Alright, today I'm going to do a quick demo on how to enlarge a small drawing to a large drawing. The first thing you need to do is make sure that your small drawing has the same amount of squares for the grid as the large piece of paper. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's check on here. 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it'll work. So I'm going to do, and there's a bunch of pictures that you can choose from, and I'm just going to choose the Bart Simpson one because it's simple to start with. So we're going to count over to where the drawing starts, and in the first box there isn't anything, so there's not going to be anything in this first box. It's the second box where the drawing of Bart starts. And what you want to do is look at this line and kind of figure out, here's the halfway mark between here and here. Bart's head or hair, whatever that is, doesn't start until after that. So if I put a little hashtag here at the halfway mark, I know that his hair starts a little after that. I can also do the same thing at the top here. This is about the halfway mark, and here's about the halfway mark. And I can see that his hair exits that line just a little above. So now I can start doing my drawing. And I'm just going to do a straight line for now, and I'll add those little zigzags later. So that's that corner of his head, and I'll put those little, I can even count, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can kind of make them the right size. So in this third box, 1, 2, 3, I'm going to continue, and you'll notice that his head, the top of his head, almost reaches the top of the box. And here's our halfway mark again, and it goes about halfway. So I can just guide that up to that spot, and then it exits down here. Here's the halfway. It's about halfway between the halfway mark. So I can bring that down. So this drawing process is about measuring and really looking to see what's there. Not drawing what you think you see, but what's really there. Notice if I go straight down to this box, I can start to put his eyeball in. I'm going to use some of my contour line method and just do the outside edge first. And this is where it's going to come down to his mouth. Now in some squares where it's a bit more complicated, like this square where his mouth is, one of the things you can do is actually draw lines and divide your square into 4 squares, and then this one I would divide into 4 squares. So I have a little grid inside the grid, and that way I can really see where those lines go. It makes it a little bit easier. His mouth is all the way inside of this top square. Makes it a lot easier actually. His sleeve is down in this quadrant. And if you think of these as just shapes instead of Bart Simpson, you know, this is just a triangle shape up here. His eye is just a circle. It's not anything more complicated than that. We are going to be using this same process with when we start our flower. So this is just good practice for you. I like to divide my boxes in half just to be very clear as to where things should be. This eye goes all the way across. And you can see my drawing is coming together. All right, so give it a shot, do your best, draw what you see, not what you think you see. I know you all think you know what Bart Simpson looks like, but follow the grid and see if you can make a reproduction or enlarge a reproduction. There's also pictures of flowers on the back. Oops, not on the back of this one, but on the handout that you'll have, there'll be pictures of flowers, so you can also practice. I have enough grid paper for everybody to do 2 of them, so you can practice twice.